showing you how to make the quesadillas that I showed on Facebook yesterday, a little video. And I'm going to also be doing just a little review of the quesadilla maker that I've been using, which is the Ambiano, which is just from Aldi, which is only a $25 item. What I'm hearing off some of the feedback on Facebook is that some people love them and some people think that they're not that good because you can't put a lot of fillings in it. Well, for those people, you don't stick a lot of fillings in your quesadillas. But anyway, as we're going to be doing this today, I'm going to also show you a recipe that is keto. So there will be no flour, and the quesadillas I'm going to make from a fathead dough today. And I'm also going to be doing a little 80-second egg that you can also add bacon in that too, that I've been doing as a recipe as well. But you'll see how that gets done as well. So anyway, let's get started. So what I'm going to do firstly is I'm going to get my fathead on. So I've got a little digital scale here. This is how I do it. This is how I work in the kitchen most of the time, so I can get my weights and everything like that. And I'm going to put roughly around about 100 to 110 grams of grated mozzarella into my bowl. Oh, perfect. Put that over here for now. And then I have got, where's my little container gone? Did I put it away? Oh, it's here. In here I have got 75 grams of almond meal, which I just buy the almond meal, I'm very lazy. And you can see there's one cube here of cream cheese covered in a bit of almond meal. That is 30 grams of cream cheese. And I am just going to pop that into my microwave for 1 minute. Well, it went on for 110. We'll leave it there. When that comes out, we're going to add an egg to it. So the idea is to get our fathead out, which we're going to actually make our quesadilla out of, and then we're going to fill it. So this recipe is very easy and very fast, and I'm looking at it now and it's 10 past 10. So we're going to see how long this actually takes us to do as well, because I haven't really timed it. I only made it yesterday for the first time, but it was a success, so let's test it again today in front of the camera so that everybody else can see how easy it is. Now, when we get this out and rolled it, we'll heat up the quesadilla maker. Now, this quesadilla maker, like I said, is from Aldi. It is only $25. It has 6 segments in here. It's a non-stick surface, although I am going to use a little bit of olive oil spray just to be on the safe side. And you can cook a few different things in here. Now I've done what I'm calling a nudie omelette, or a nudie quesadilla, which was just an omelette basically in there that I threw together in less than 5 minutes, and it was like cooked in less than 5 as well. So easy. Then you get nice little sections that you can share with others if you want to, or keep a really good serving portion, especially when you're tracking your macros. Just get a spoon. Give this a stir. So I'm just stirring in the cheese and the almond meal to each other, and just starting to get that doughy consistency. Then I'm going to chuck it back into the oven for another 30 seconds. Now, if you're making this at home and not talking about a quesadilla maker, you can be chopping up your ingredients. Oops. Oh, thing in the microwave just lost it again. And so I've already pre-cut a few things, but like yesterday I just had mushrooms and things like that in it. They're things that you can be pre-cutting at the beginning of the week, so it's quick, fast and easy as well. And I'm going to get that topping here ready. I'm also going to show you, and hopefully the camera will catch it, how easy it is to flatten out your fathead dough and, without a rolling pin. I tend not to use them when I'm doing something like this anyway, because it's so fast and easy to do it with your hands, and I don't get dirty. Well, most of the time anyway. So, okay, so here we got our dough. All nice and hot. Now to this, I'm going to actually add half a teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of xanthan gum. You can leave these out if you like. I just put them in because it gives it more of a bread-like consistency. Gives it a little bit of rise in the quesadilla maker, which hopefully you'll see it as well. When it was at the end of the 5 minutes for me yesterday, it actually popped the lid, so it actually popped the joint. of the actual quesadilla maker when it was ready. So it's almost like telling me, hey, I've risen, I'm done. Okay, so to my dough I'm just going to add 1 egg. That's right. Now when you go to put this together, it'll seem like this will not mix together at first. It's like oil and water. But it does come together into a nice dough. You just got to keep with it. So yeah, with your quesadilla maker, yeah, I think, you know, there's a lot of possibilities of cooking a lot of different things in it. I'm going to give it, you know, some cakes or some brownies a go. I think like some really nice little brownie bites, and that would be lovely in there as well. If you get onto my website, so subscribe to the madcreationshub.com. We have lots of recipes on there, and I'll be putting more on there for all of my kitchen toys and that I have. But on there is some for donuts and waffles. They will work beautifully in the quesadilla maker as well. So my dough is actually starting to come together. And you know, if you want to, you can put herbs and spices or seasonings in this. Like you could make it a really Mexican one with a little bit of cumin and coriander and chipotle powder. Or a bit of smoked paprika would be really lovely. Or an Italian edge with the mixed Italian herbs. I don't know if anyone else tried those herbs. They're beautiful. Much better than your generalised mixed herbs. Okay, so my dough has all come together. You can see it's not eggy anymore. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on, it's a big stretch for me because I put this in a different place than I normally would, but I'm going to turn this on to preheat, which is roughly around about 2 minutes of preheat. It's got a little red light and a little green light, so the green light will tell us when it's nice and hot and ready. So I've just got that on. Now what I'm going to do with my dough is I'm just going to flick it out onto some baking paper. Now you can do this on any of those thermo mats if you've got those, but you will need 2. But I find the baking paper is just easier for me to get it to come together, and when you see what I'm going to do to flatten it out, it makes it a lot easier. So what I do is I use the side of my hand and I actually like push it out so I can even shape it. So if I wanted this to be a big circle, I could shape it into a circle. At the moment I want it to sort of just get out as thin as possible, probably into 2 rectangles, roughly around about 45 centimetres long by about 22 centimetres wide. The reason being is I've measured the quesadilla maker. Now what it will fit, if you're doing it just with generalised, what do you call them, the tortillas. See, like I haven't been eating proper breads for so long I didn't forget the names. The tortillas, if you're going to use them, you'll need roughly around about a 20 centimetre one, because that's the actual diameter of the internal of the Ambiano quesadilla maker. So what I'm doing now is I'm just creating this dough to actually make my breads, and it works wonderful. Now I've got a ruler here, and I have got my glasses on because I'm very blind, so I just need to check and see what sort of widths we've got here. Okay, just go out a little bit more. What are we going this way? We're about 22 that way, so just do a little bit more. Now, when I take off my sheet of paper, you'll be able to see just how lovely and thin this has all got. Because we want to stretch it out. Remember, if you're counting your macros, that fathead dough can add up. There's a lot of cheese, obviously, in this, and almond meal. So, you know, just count it into whatever you're eating for the day. You could eat the whole lot if you wanted to, but you just got to make sure you're counting it in. So, as you can see, I have got a very thin and lovely little flat bit of fat head here, which is what we call our bread base or dough base or pastry base in keto cooking. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to take my, I'm just going to grab this little knife here, my KitchenAid, and I'm going to just go from one end. I'm going to draw it, just dot out 20 centimetres there, 20 centimetres there, you can see that other one there. centimeters there. So then I can just like roughly draw my circle around there. Now this is far from perfect, but what I can do, very far from perfect, and it's not going to be easy for me today. Okay, so I'm just going to peel that out. It is really falling apart today, so that is not working very well. I might actually re-roll that one. So I'm just going to do another 20 centimeter circle here. So I've roughly drawn out my 20 centimeter circle here. That is to fit the quesadilla maker. And we are just going to redo all of this again, because that didn't work. That can be for the bloopers reel. Okay, I've already got some other recipes that you can follow to make proper tortillas if you don't want to make the fat head. They are on madcreations.com. Or madcreationshub, I should say, .com. So you can check it out there. Okay, so now got my fat head. Let's see if we can get this right this time. So we want to do a 20 centimeter, roughly, circle. Now we're going to take that out gently. Now I'm going to open up my quesadilla maker here. As you can see, it is already heated. A couple of minutes. I'm going to just give that a quick spray. Doesn't need a lot. And I'm going to pop my base down. Now, because I've just got that little bit there, what I do is I just use the arc here, and I can actually just, doesn't matter if it breaks off, I can actually just hatch it up with extra dough from here. I'm going to just take that bit there. Again, just pop that over like so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to pre-cook this base just a little bit. It actually just helps crisp up the bottom, I think, and cook the inside of the bottom in that as well too, because I don't want to have too much of this dough uncooked, because obviously when it's going in with the base on the internal bit, just like a pie, it's not exactly cooking, but I just find this, that just makes it a little bit more stable by doing it that way. So I'm just spreading out the rest of my dough to make my top. Again, it's not working as perfectly as it always does when I'm doing this, but at least I'm going to actually have the top for it. Yes. 20. Okay, so I'm just going to mark out 20. So that's pretty much it. And I can just press that out a little bit more with my hands, and then we're just going to again use the rest of that on the top and patch it up when it's done. So to do my 80-second eggs, it's really simple. I'm going to pop an egg into our little poachy. Grab a little fork. Now in these you can actually add like your salamis, your avocados, your cheeses. I'm just going to add a little bit of MCT oil today. You can add herbs and spices. bacon, you name it. I've done some with different fillings, and you can eat these straight as they come out. Now, as you see, I'm just going to pop that into the microwave for only 80 seconds. And that will be cooked when it comes out. Okay, so that's just on for 2 minutes. So I'm just going to put my timer on, which I haven't got my oven on. So I can just have a look. But as you can see, when I look in here now, you can see it's actually starting to section off and cook that base just a little bit before we put in our toppings. Now, as I said earlier, it is essential that when you're actually cooking a quesadilla, you don't need to stick in a lot of toppings. It's supposed to be something nice and thin, like, you know, like a little thin gosling or something like that. So, you know, don't overfill it. You can have more fillings on the side if you want. So what I've got here today to go into mine is just a little bit of chopped ham, a little bit of Meredith dairy goat feta, which is amazing, some Maldon sea salt, just a little bit of mayonnaise, and a little bit of jalapenos. And are you kidding? She fell over, but she's still cooking. That has not happened either. But anyway, it's still perfect. There's no mess in the microwave or anything like that. But okay. And I'm also going to use some of Aldi's American cheese slices. I don't really like these cheese slices on their own, but they are great in this recipe. So, is there anything that I wanted to tell you about? I can't remember. Okay, as you can see, microwave is clean. And this is my little 80-second egg bite. That just comes out as simple as that. Like I said, if this was actually filled with other things, you could eat that just as it is. You can have them cold in the fridge for any time. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm actually just going to cut that into half and then into 3. So I can just put a little bit of that into each segment of my quesadilla. So as we can see, I've got the quesadilla partially cooked. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually add my fillings. So first I'm just going to add a little bit of ham, and I'm just going to try and make sure it goes into each section so that, you know, I'm not the one that ends up with no filling, but it's also keeping my macros all perfect and that as well too. Now, as I said, you could be doing this with bacon, a little bit of sausage. I like cooking sausages outside of their skin till they're nice and crispy. Fresh chorizo, yum yum. Just some avocado and goat cheese. You could even do this as like a spanakopita style with spinach and cheese as well. So I'm just putting a little bit of this beautiful Meredith dairy goat's feta. So good. And I don't mind if that oil, those good oils get in there as well. So as you can see, like, there's not a lot of things going in there. Just got a little last bit of cheese there. And a little bit of my egg. Now the quesadilla maker is still going as well. So in goes my egg pieces. Da-da-da-da. Jalapeno. Jalapeno. You can chop it up if you want. I don't really mind. I like mine nice and chunky. Jalapeno. I've actually got a little bit of mayonnaise here. So I'm going to actually spoon that in. Now mayo would be also great, or a sour cream to actually have as a dip afterwards. Or you could even mix this mayonnaise with a little bit of chipotles and adobo and dunk the quesadillas into the chipotle mayo. That would be like divine. So anyway, I'll put that in. Just going to wipe my hands a little bit. Season it with a little bit of salt. Cheese slices. Cheese. 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 Oops. I didn't realise. There's 2 slices in one. Cheese. Cheese. Maybe that one can use a little bit more. And that one could use a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm just going to get my little, again, 20 centimetre dough here. gently try and peel her off. Oh, it's broken up, but I don't mind. I'm just going to place it on top. Ouch. There we go. Those bits. This will work out a lot prettier for you when you're not doing it under a camera. What a carnival I am. Anyway, I'm going to use up all the last of this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put that on for 5 minutes to cook. So basically, I'm going to drop that down. Now, if this doesn't close for you, just press down. And is it closing yet? No. What I did is just be careful. I use a towel, flick it over. And she's clipped down. Okay, so it's clipped on now. Let's turn that on for 5 minutes. And let that cook. So while that's cooking, you can obviously just clean up. You know, you want this to be a nice, quick and easy meal. Now, the good thing is that with the fat-haired doughs, you can actually make those ahead of time. So you could actually have them already pre-frozen in, like in between some greaseproof or some plastic, and then just put them out of the freezer, pop them in, and start filling them. On the website, I also have recipes for psyllium-based tortilla and cream cheese-based one, which is the soft taco, which you could make extra large, because the soft tacos I've actually been making in another Aldi machine, which I can show you as well one day, is the, what do you call them? It's a roti maker. So yeah, so you can use the roti maker to make my soft tortillas, which is really great as well. Now, what else? So when this comes out, I'm just going to use a plastic spatula or tongs to lift it out. Yeah, I've got some tongs in here somewhere. I'm going to use my plastic spatula because I just don't want to use anything that is going to actually scratch the non-stick coating. We want it to, stay good as long as possible. Now, the beauty of this is it's so easy to clean. As you've seen, it's just those 6 plates that section it off. So all you need to do is, once it comes out, wipe it clean. I use a little bit of paper towel at first, and that helps me clean it up. Then give it a good clean over with clean chucks, and then polish it up with a towel to keep it nice and clean. Anyway, as you can see, that's cooking away. Now, what else can I tell you? Okay, so I took a little bit of an edit, so you didn't have to listen to me dribble on for 5 minutes, but now our quesadilla is actually cooked for 5 minutes. So as you can see now, she looks lovely. So it's come out perfect. Now let me just see if I can get it out perfectly. Now, I am just going to grab my towel, and this is a little bit different to me because I'm doing it the opposite way. Normally I'm over the other side of the kitchen bench. So what I actually do is I actually flip it like that, lift her out, and out she comes. So of course it's just as simple as cutting it into your pieces. Which are already pre-stamped. And as you can see, she is beautiful and cheesy and lovely. So as I said, they can be served with some mayo or guacamole, different sauces, whatever you want to do with those as well. And an easy clean for the Ambiano. is like straight after, grab a couple of pieces of paper towel at least, just before it cools down, and just start wiping it down to get any oil or grease that's been left on it. And it actually comes clean, very easily, but then I'll just give it a clean properly with a chucks and some water and some detergent after it's cooled down a lot more. But anyway, that's it. That is my easy quesadillas for breakfast in the morning that you can make with no time and make 80-second eggs. And you can even put different toppings in each section for different family members or for you throughout the week, so that you can actually have these stored in the fridge or even take these for lunch to work and have some nice little toasties as well. And you can clean up your machine in no time. So for $25, this machine, hey, it's worth it. And these things, ooh, I just thought of an idea. I could do cheese and Vegemite toasties for winter. Oh yeah, toasted cheese, tomato and onion, hello. Anyway, thanks for watching, and come back and watch me again. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe today, because I will be doing new reviews on all my kitchen toys.